Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. As you can see, I'm starting to get things settled into my new office. I still got quite a bit of ways to go, but I do have a good start going. But today I am excited because I am finally getting the chance to rank the Jaws films. This is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, but as you saw from my recent video, I've had a bunch of exciting and fun life updates happen, so I just haven't had the time to just sit down and rank these videos. I've had my notes for this video for months now, but just haven't been able to use them. But today is the day that I finally get to rank all 4 of the Jaws films, which is pretty exciting for me, to say the least, because, you know, as you can see, I'm pretty much a casual fan of Jaws. The film Jaws was first released back in 1975 and became a worldwide success and became the first summer blockbuster. It was based on a novel by Peter Benchley. I have actually made a video quite some time ago where I kind of compared the novel to the film. I'm actually thinking about remaking a video like that, or just, you know, rereading the book and doing a book review of the original novel, or rewatching the film and doing a review of the original film. But today I rank all 4 of the films. The first film had 3 sequels: Jaws 2, Jaws 3 or Jaws 3D, and Jaws the Revenge. And one of those sequels I would actually consider watchable. The other 2 are interesting, to say the least. Now, before I get started, I'm just wanting to let you guys know that this is just personally how I rank these films based on how I enjoy them. I'm expecting some of you to either agree and some of you to disagree with me. Either way, that's totally fine. I'd be very interested to see how you guys would rank these films. So after this video, be sure to comment down below how you would rank the 4 Jaws films. But with that said, let's do this.
So coming in last place, and probably no shock to anyone, is Jaws the Revenge. So weirdly enough, I actually thought this film had a good start, and I didn't mind the first 15 minutes of it when we were back on Amity Island and seeing familiar faces. But once we get to the Bahamas, things just go way downhill from there. The whole plotline where the shark is out for revenge was ridiculous, and gets even worse when the shark is somehow able to know where the Brody family always is, and gets even more worse when the shark follows them from Amity Island to the freaking Bahamas. The shark's revenge is portrayed a little different in the film's novelization, but still overall a very weird plot. By the way, be sure to follow the link below if you'd like to hear a discussion on the film's novelization from all of us at Paper Movies. And of course, the most entertaining but ridiculous thing about this movie is the ending, or endings, as there's at least a couple of different ones, where the shark is impaled by the boat and sinks to the bottom of the ocean, and then there's the other one where it's impaled and for some reason it just explodes. And throughout this scene, the shark is roaring like a lion, which, although very laughable, isn't possible. Sadly, I wish I could say that was the last time where a shark roared in a film. On a positive note, I did like the cast, and the actors did very decent in their roles, but sadly couldn't save this film from the terrible effects and very embarrassing and laughable plot. Moving along to number 3 is Jaws 3, or originally Jaws 3D. I've actually gone back and forth on whether I enjoyed this film more or less than Jaws the Revenge. Both films I would consider guilty pleasures, but at the moment my current consensus is that this is a better film in terms of quality, but story-wise it feels way out of place. Jaws the Revenge I feel better connects to the first 2 films story-wise. This film, however, again just feels completely different. When we last saw Michael and Sean Brody in Jaws 2, they were around the ages of 17 and 10-ish. And this film puts them both in their 30s and 20s when only 5 years have passed. I'm sure there are ways you can explain the age difference, but overall it just didn't make sense. Now moving on to the effects and cinematography, the 3D effects were not the greatest. I'm personally not a fan of 3D, and this film helped contribute to that. I thought some of the shark attacks were pretty suspenseful and well done, but still I think they would have been just fine without any 3D effects. Also, just a nitpick, but the size of the shark was impossible. Based on what I've researched, a typical great white shark can grow around 20 to 23 feet, and this shark was 35 feet, which at this point, this film might as well have just been a Megalodon movie. Coming in second place is Jaws 2. While this film is way superior compared to Jaws 3 and Jaws the Revenge, sadly it also doesn't live up to the first film, which I will get to in just a bit. This one was more of a slasher film than a shark attack film, where Jaws is stalking and killing a bunch of rebellious teenagers, and he's deformed from a boat accident to make him more menacing and monstrous. But one of the biggest issues with this film for me was I had a hard time believing that the town officials, again, just completely rejected the possibility of another shark despite all the chaos that happened years earlier. I get that Amity Island's economy thrives on tourism, but when divers go missing, boats just randomly explode, and not to mention you find an orca whale mutilated on the beach with a massive bite mark in it, I would think that they would take things a little more seriously. I actually read that there was a couple of ideas of how this film was originally supposed to be portrayed. One where it was a prequel revolving around Quint and the sinking of the USS Indianapolis, which I think would have been at least more interesting than what we got. Now, I don't hate this film. I find it enjoyable and definitely more watchable than the last two, but without the magic from the first film, it's simply just a second place movie altogether. But with that said, that's going to, of course, bring us to our first place winner, the original Jaws. This film is incredible, and I love it to death. If Batman wasn't in first place as my all-time favorite movie, then this one would definitely claim that title. This film, while not perfect, is a masterpiece. It has great direction, great performances from the cast, a great iconic score from John Williams, and I love the history behind the making of this film. I do feel bad for the cast and crew for all of the trouble they went through making this film, with the shark constantly breaking down, that constantly slowed down production. Also, the tension between the actors is intriguing, and you can see some of that tension in their performances. But I'm forever appreciative of all the effort that was put into this film, because Jaws is truly a classic and an iconic film, and will probably always be the best shark attack movie in history, in my opinion.
And there you have it, guys. That is my ranking of the Jaws films. Again, I'm expecting some of you to either agree or disagree with me, and that's totally fine. Again, I would love to see how you guys would rank these films, so be sure to comment down below how you would rank them. Guys, thank you all so much for checking out this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel and you would like to stay updated for more of my content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all again so much, and I'll see you next time.